Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. Just a real quick video. I'm actually headed to work. I haven't left yet, but I'm fixing to go to work, and I just want to do a real quick video. It'll probably get released once I'm at work. So, first thing I wanted to address, the truck's fixed. Like I said, it was the alternator. My wife usually drives the Tahoe. I usually ride with my brother to work because we're on the same schedule. Hey, why waste the gas? So, since my wife's schedule is different than mine, she drives the truck usually. Now, unfortunately, my wife's not real mechanically inclined, so she just didn't realize that the alternator was not showing right charge on the amp meter. It happens. I'm glad the vehicle broke down with me instead of her. Now, with that being said, like I said, I saw that the gauge was dropping while I was going to work, but I was already past the point of no return, which means I was already 3/4 of the way to work. So I went ahead and went into work, worked my shift, and I really thought I'd be able to get it back home on it. Now, I didn't take into consideration that nighttime means headlights, which also drains the battery. As soon as I threw my headlights on and pulled out of the parking lot, voltmeter dropped, battery light came on, and I hit right at 9 volts. But I was able to get it back into the parking lot, shut it down. Now, I keep a go bag with me at all times. My wife keeps her go bag in the truck. Well, because I was driving my vehicle, I just took mine out of my brother's vehicle, put it in the Tahoe, went to work. Saw a comment, I saw you didn't have a flashlight. Yeah, I did have a flashlight, but when I was filming and walking beside the road with all the other lighting, I had no need to use it. I did make a comment about not taking the other route because there's no lighting. The reason why I didn't take that other route, the way I usually go into work, is because there's no lighting, no sidewalks. Alright, yes, I have a flashlight, but when I get off work, the bars are closing also. And the last thing I want to do is be walking right beside the road, because here in Florida, the way our roads run off, I don't want to be sitting there trying to hobble along with my bad knee on that type of terrain. And since I do have a flashlight, yeah, I can see, but drivers are not paying attention, okay? So I wasn't about to put myself in the situation of walking down a dark road with just a flashlight and hope the person leaving the bar wasn't swerving. Because actually, my brother and I, we see people all the time driving from the beach all over the road. So yeah, I'm not gonna walk down that. Now, my map situation, yes, I even addressed that on the video. I did not have an updated map. Alright, the last map we had done all of our updates was when we went to St. Augustine. We updated our map for that travel. When we lived in Apopka, we had all of our maps laid out there. Now, when we came here in February, we were not staying here. Now, I had mapped routes from my job site when I was ironworking. I did not do one for where I'm working at now, at the amusement park. Now, that was my mistake. I relied on my own memory of living here. I lived here for 9 years before. So, yeah, this used to be my old stomping ground. I was actually born in Bayou George, which is right here, Panama City. So yeah, I wasn't raised there. I was raised in North Carolina, so I know the area. Now, coming out, there was some new stuff going on, and they've got some new roads for the bridge and everything for Hathaway Bridge. I'm not going to keep rambling. Some things have changed by the roads, but front beach, back beach, middle beach, like I said, still go straight, and they all end up at Hathaway Bridge. So yeah, I did the video where I was looking. I said, yeah, I think I should have went that way. I was thinking it may have been shorter, but actually staying on Middle Beach Road, Hutchins Boulevard, was actually shorter. I was actually correct in my thought process, but I did not update my maps, so that was on me. That really was. Saw a comment about I should keep data instead of purchasing silver coins and something else. I should get my basics first. I have my basics. Alright, because I don't buy a map, I create my own maps. Alright, I download maps and I laminate them. I showed them on the videos before where we're laminating maps. As far as our silver coins, gold coins, things like that, we haven't purchased any since we moved. Alright, all that stuff was purchased prior. Our last big buy was before Christmas. Alright, we have flashlights. Now, I would like to get a better flashlight. We have flashlights. We have plenty of flashlights. But I like the ones that Canadian Prepper shows on his videos. I like those flashlights. They are very pricey though. But I work just fine with the flashlight we have. It works fine. But yeah, I would like to upgrade my flashlights. Doesn't mean that we don't have the basics. As far as data for the phone, it's kind of me standing up against the cell phone company currently. Before we moved from Apopka, we had Spectrum. Spectrum provided our internet, TV, and cell phone for my cell phone. When we moved, I notified them, turned in the property like I was supposed to, and I kept my cell phone. Alright, so they continued to charge me for TV and internet, even though I didn't turn in my Apple TV that you had to have and all this crap. The little Apple TV thing. Tower, actually, it's not little. So I was already ticked off over that. And then when we were shut down over this quote-unquote pandemic, I had contacted them and I said, hey, I am currently unemployed due to the shutdown. And that didn't matter. They continued to call me for my bill. And then when I told them I wasn't going to pay my bill, they turned me over to a collection agency within 60 days. So yeah, I'm not getting a phone right now. It's just, no, I'm just sick of it. Now I might go ahead and get another one later, but it's going to be when we're in Wyoming. I'm not going to get another provider while I'm down here and it not work in Wyoming. Trust me, I've done a lot of traveling. My service for Spectrum and Apopka does not work in Wyoming, even though I had checked on that and asked them about that before I got Spectrum. Oh yes, we serve Wyoming. Then when I was canceling everything, they said, well, what can we do to keep you from canceling? I said, well, we're heading to Wyoming. Do you have service there? Oh, no, sir, we don't. See? Now, I'm not trying to trash talk anybody that left comment at all. I encourage comments. This is my way of responding. It's just easier for me to respond by video than sitting there trying to text and all that good stuff, because it never comes out right, especially with the auto spell. Pain in the butt. Hopefully people understand that better. Yes, we have preps. That's the reason why I don't have data. Before I left work, I contacted family. They were not picking up their phone. I sent texts, I sent calls by the Messenger app, which we all have on our phone. Wife was asleep, my brother was asleep. Hey, no one, I don't know anybody else here, so there was no one else to call. People said, well, maybe you should have used Uber. Yeah, I don't leave money in the bank account. I don't. I keep cash on hand. I keep cash stored. I do not leave things in the bank account. The only time I leave anything in the bank account is if I'm doing super chats to help support another channel. Other than that, no, I don't. So I had internet connection, sent my messages, waited a while, no responses, typed out my map, how I'm going back home. And then when I got to the library, I went ahead and tried my phone again, and sure enough, it was about an hour after I had sent that message, my brother had contacted, said, hey, we're on our way. Alright, so I resent another message where I was at. Would having data and cell service been ideal? Yeah, but I was still able to do it without it. Okay, I still knew where to go to hit internet service. So yeah, as that is, sure, you can have a cell phone. I still did just fine without it. So, with that being said, that's up to you. Now, as far as an update on that fire outside, we're on the far end of Panama City Beach. We are closer, we're right there at Pier Park. It's on the other end of the beach. That fire was northeast of our location. Port St. Joe is southeast of our location, 50 miles, about an hour 27 with traffic. So you can't see that fire from where my location is. I mean, you can't see Port St. Joe. You can't even see the Hathaway Bridge from my location. As I went up in the swings to film, you can't see the bridge, and the bridge is closer, a lot closer than Port St. Joe. So that's how I know that fire was not there. Now, I did do some research. There are some small pockets of wildfires. There was one in Southport, there's one near West Bay, and I believe that was a West Bay fire. West Bay is about the closest area. I believe that's where that fire was coming from. I do not know if they've got it under control yet. I won't know until I get to work. I've looked online. I couldn't find any information out. But being able to go online and find out where wildfires are currently going, and also controlled burns, they do have a website. I was able to see that there was a wildfire active in West Bay area, which is pretty close to where we were. So that's my best guess on that. Either it was a wildfire or a controlled burn, but it did not say controlled burn. It did say wildfire on the map, the interactive map they give you. So that's an update on that. And lastly, last night at work I sent a post on Seminole County making mandatory come Wednesday, all residents, people doing business, people coming in, has to wear face masks. Now, I clearly stated that I recommend everybody to wear face masks, but I do not agree with a mandatory face mask program. I do not believe the government holds the right to tell American citizens, you have to wear this or you're getting fined. I don't believe that. Alright, we're already dealing with taxation, driver's license, social security card, Obamacare. Alright, now I am sympathetic to people that have to wear masks in their line of work. Okay, the essential workers. I am sympathetic with that. I have to wear a mask all day long at work too. It's frustrating when I see people coming in, nobody with a mask. I've only seen one set of families with masks, and they actually came up to me and thanked me for wearing masks. It's no brainer for me. There's something out there and I don't want to catch it. But that is still an individual's right, whether they're going to wear a mask or not. I know it's a heated thing. Everybody gets all bent out of shape. Let me put it this way. If it wasn't a mask, and let's say it was something else that the government comes in and says, you have to do this or you'll be fined, would you be happy about that? We have a right not to be told what we're going to have to do. Is it safer for everybody else? I can give you my thoughts on it. My thoughts is if everybody was wearing a mask, and if everybody did proper procedures on taking their mask off, storing their mask, cleaning their mask, or replacing, also sanitization as far as their hands, basic hygiene, yeah, I think we'll see a huge drop in the numbers. But it still comes down to what rights we as American citizens have. And that is one of our rights, not being forced and told by the government what to do. You know, there was a big movement many years ago that went down over government telling citizens what to do. So, hey, I know I'm snickering right now because I think everyone here is on the same page. We're not going to get into a whole lot of political stuff, guys. Like I said, I'm fixed to go to work. I do my best not to talk about that stuff at work because many people at work are not like my brother and I. They're very liberal. They view the world through rose-colored glasses. These are the same ones that work one day, calling the next day, I'm sick. Then they come into the amusement park with their friends to ride free rides. Yeah. Anyway, guys, definitely appreciate you hanging out with me. Like I said, this is just a response video. I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm just trying to respond to the comments, that's all. I like getting comments from everybody, so please always feel free to comment on this channel. So I gotta go to work, guys. So y'all take care.